Bienvenidos a mi canal nuevamente. Hoy les traigo un top 5 peleas más épicas en los deportes. Comenzamos. Número 1.
Big play there. Here's Bortles taking his shot. Going to Moncrief. Is it a catch? Moncrief has it for the touchdown. Incredible. Unbelievable. 30 yards, and now players have to be separated. They're not going to give it up. They're still fighting for it. Like Carlos Hyde. Yep. There's the flag. As now it spills out. This could get ugly. Come on now. Meantime, Moncrief is still on the turf.
Yeah, Moncrief, hey, let it go now. The play is over. The whistle is blown, and you got those two guys still on the ground, don't want to give the ball up.
We have personal fouls on both teams. Number 27 of Jacksonville and number 90 of Buffalo. They will be disqualified from the game. First and goal.
Turn of events. Leonard Fournette and Shaq Lawson have been ejected. Let's bring in Gene Steratore from New York. Gene, take us through this.
First and foremost, the play. We do have the runner down at the 1 yard line. That's a good ruling, not a touchdown. Now, once we have a flag after this play is ruled dead, in this case, they've identified a player from each team, and then they can move to eject those players, and that is what Walt Coleman has just announced.
All right, Gene.
Now, these two, just get the play over with, but for Leonard Fournette to come over there, I don't care what he says to you, you can't swing and you can't throw punches.
Play. Lawson still has to be restrained in the tunnel just outside the locker room. Fournette looking a little bit more subdued.
Look, man, I know, look, I played, it's emotional.
Número 2.
All day long from Embiid. Good feed to Allen. Hit high that time by Embiid and crashing again to the floor. My goodness. Dudley and Simmons into the stands. Go back a couple games ago when Embiid threw an elbow as Dudley has to be taken back. When Embiid gave that elbow up high and then the chops to Allen, here was another shot from Embiid to Allen, and Dudley didn't like it and got in there.
And what made it worse was the post-game presser when Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid was asked about that, and they were joking. So here's the hard foul first from Embiid on Jared Allen. I mean, that's all ball. It doesn't even touch his head. But here's Dudley coming in the middle.
And then Butler pushes.
And then Butler with the push in the backside. And then it extends into the front row right in front of the Sixers bench.
Curry launched.
Número 3.
Catch up once again. They trail by a run. Bautista gets hit by Matt Bush.
That's weak.
Dan Sonia, home plate umpire, put the warning in immediately. Now Jeff Bannister wants to come out.
And now it's going to take him out. That's weak.
Beltrake ducks off a top hop, and the throw is wide down the line, and there we got a foul second. Bautista picked on the wrong guy as Odor came right at him, and we got the bench is empty of that. There's some pent-up emotion going on out at Globe Life Park.
Well, Bautista got the worst of that exchange.
Getting an explanation. Here's the close-up.
Yeah, that's the kind of slide they're trying to eliminate.
Yep. And I think Odor, you saw Odor dropping down. Rudin said, nope.
Whoa! I think Bautista got all he could handle with that.
Odor's now 2 for 5 today.
Wow.
Número 4.
I got going. Well, Josh Norman was on him. They gave a little bit of help, and looked like Odell Beckham came back in and took a shot on Josh Norman, and you just don't know what all has happened on each of these plays. We saw on the first possession, the scuffle that took place. A lot of discussion coming into this game about the matchup between these two guys and who was going to prevail. And
seeing the back and forth between Josh Norman and Odell Beckham after the play. And when Josh Norman came over to the sideline, several members of Carolina's...
After the last play, these two are still going at it.
Well, the last two times we see there from Odell Beckham, Terry McCauley, he's not going to tolerate it, and he's already warned these coaches.
From the 31 play action, Manning steps into it, throws, Beckham can't hang on. And he's got Norman right there on him. And with that, before 2nd and 10, the red lights up.
Because he's been getting pounded on each time, and he's waiting for them now to throw a flag. He's trying to keep his cool, hand up inside the face mask. And if these officials would watch what's going on.
Down by 28. Here is Beckham. He's got his first catch of the day. And now Norman gets on top of him at the end of it and has a little extra for Beckham.
I want to go back to what you were talking about, Joe. With
Here's a day for Odell Beckham. There was the early one with Norman. Then the drop on what was sure a touchdown pass from Eli Manning, and then a lot of first down. And there's Beckham again. What is going on? Have you seen a guy this thrown off his game before?
They ought to throw him out of the game, Joe, and they just might.
I mean, he's out of control.
Well, he's hurting his football team. He hurt him dropping the ball, and now he's hurt him with, multiple penalties already. We'll see what this flag is for.
He came flying in at the end of that play.
Yeah, and Tom Coughlin, he's not normally a coach that tolerates this either, so I would expect him to take action too.
And Norman is.
Número 5.
More Lynch. We've seen a lot already. Into the pile he goes, trying to dig his way. Wolf among them, a couple down there, and Pecco with his hands right around his ankles. Oh, we have a fight on the other side. Look at this. After Crabtree, helmet's being thrown. Talib grabbed it off. Referee is down, and look at holding on to his ribs.
Well, that started with the block. That was Crabtree on Aqib Talib. Remember, there's some history between these two guys, and I think that's really where the fight started. Crabtree actually blocks him.
Look, we have another one right here.
Look at this.
Oh, and a swing right there.
This is crazy because now you're going to get ejected from the game. I mean, this is just selfish. When your own self-interest are more important than the team, then you put yourself and your team at risk. And that's terrible. You just can't do it. You got to exercise some self-control.
And then moments ago, here's what happened.
Yeah, I think this, look, watch this block. Look, and it doesn't stop there.
Wow.
I mean, you just knew that this was going to happen. And that's all on Crabtree right there. And then, of course, Talib, he retaliates. And then you've got Lyman in there, and this is just out of control. And now the officials are going to try and decipher what happened.
Now watch this now. Stay with this replay because Crabtree.
There's a good chance that he gets tossed. Wow.
They both took a look at that.
Yep, and the official, I think the first...
Oh, and he got inside the grill of Talib with that hit.
Bueno chicos, esto fue un top 5 peleas épicas en deportes, espero que haya sido de su agrado. Si es así, dejen su like y suscríbanse, nos vemos hasta la próxima.